Hey guys, how is everybody? Excuse me. Welcome to What's Up Dog? One word, capital. Hey Ren, I was hoping you'd be up. What? One word. I hope you're gonna come on, put the link up. One word, capital W, capital U, capital D, as in a dog named what? Or as we are terming now, when we have a question or we're surprised by something, we all say what? Also, from Hands to Paws Styling Salon, located in Beverly Hills, Florida, we are the doodle capital of, or Hands to Paws is the doodle capital of the world, right next to Ocala, the horse capital of the world. And we are a channel that talks all things dogs. But please go over to Hands to Paws Facebook page. Like that, we have lots of great dog content over on the Hands to Paws Facebook page. And on this page, we have been discussing Summer Wells, who is officially dedicated by Hands to Paws to be the pack leader of the Summer Wells and Lucky, who she couldn't say Lucky, so she said Yucky, Awareness team. And then I'm going to open by saying, everybody, this is a distress signal. That is a hand signal that if you are in distress, that you can give. Hey, let's see who's coming on. That you can give if you are in trouble. Let's see what this is. Hello.
What's up?
How are you? Ah,
I'm good. How are you?
Huntaholic.
I'll show my face as soon as I'm done eating.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I never really looked at your tagline, and then I thought it was hysterical, Huntaholic. That is hysterical. So, yeah, nobody has to show your face. I do have the link up there. So if you do want to come on and you're conscientious about being live on camera, you can absolutely mute your face. So, and it's a great way to take a break and still be a part of the conversation. But you absolutely can come up. Ren, I was so excited to see the stream on YouTube when I was like, oh my God.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, and it was the last one where you and I did where we were being more funny. Then we were starting to crack the jokes.
They got our best side.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's saying share your food porn, please. That's hysterical.
It's just rice. You don't want it.
Yeah, so it's been a little strange on YouTube. I watched No Thanks. No Thanks, that's Doug. And Doug from No Thanks. And he invited Mary on last night. We're discussing players in Summerwell's story. So you kind of got to be up to date on this story to really understand what I'm going to be talking. Mary came on, who has charges against Dawn, who just spoken to her people. They're working. I think those charges are going to be out of Utah for sexual assault. No Thanks was speaking about his theories. Him and Bullhorn Betty and Molly Go Lightly believe believe that summer is past, and they believe it happened at the lake, and they believe she never made it home. Ernie, so Mary goes on No Thanks last night. Doug invites her on. She goes on and she says that she's called the FBI because her dad just told her that 4 months ago, Don said that he was scared of Candace and that Summer had been placed down a septic. Did you hear that? Summer had been today on the summer because YouTubers that are on are talking about it, which is very strange because a lot of YouTubers that are on live, like Benny, Cher, Ziggy, and I'll get to Ziggy, why I believe Ziggy's not on live and what the content in this conversation is going to be. You're okay. Aw, thank you. Aw, that's wonderful. I hope you stay following. I hope you decide to come up one time. So Mary called the FBI. She checked on her own personal case. She told them what the dad had remembered. And then she spoke on No Thanks, and that would be the live stream of No Thanks with Doug last night. I don't know if did you get to see if Jody Sue went live at all today?
I haven't seen Jody Sue live for a couple days.
Okay. So Jody Sue went live yesterday morning. And so if anybody here doesn't, everybody is still suspect. I don't know if that includes Jody Sue or not. Timelines keep changing. Jody Sue is a victim of DV. She has escaped a DV situation. Somehow her pictures have floated around the internet. They are trauma alert. They are quite horrifying. They are truly horrifying. And she went live yesterday. I didn't see her live. I didn't see True Crime Exposed live. I haven't seen Ziggy on, and I
Ziggy
haven't
was on last night.
Benny, who was on.
Ziggy was on last night.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, I think Benny was too.
Aw, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. So, did you see Benny? Was Benny live? I didn't see any Benny
Yeah, I
rant
believe so. Last night.
last night.
Mm-hmm.
Was he still ranting over the puppy?
I did not watch it.
Okay. So I didn't see
Probably.
him. They haven't shown up on my feeds, which is super unusual. So I'll have to go check. It might be a YouTube thing. But when Jody Sue went live, so if anybody doesn't know, I am rooting for Jody Sue and her children to be spared what has happened on the Hill. And she had some really horrific things done to her. And then she's escaping her own DV. She is the only person that I've gotten, and this is where my heart really goes to Jody Sue, emotion. I mean, heart-wrenching emotion that makes you want to cry for Summer, and her missing was from Jody Sue. And she's trying to keep her children safe and she's very sick and trying to keep her head above ground. And recently somebody went into a church. They took a video. They violated, just violated. And then Ziggy, who I kind of feel bonded with Ziggy. Ziggy just gets herself in a lot of trouble. She's been beaten up all over. The YouTubers have really been going after her. And I happened to inadvertently get involved in that in the very beginning of YouTubing because I was on a live stream. Now I'm very attached to Doug. Don't go for Doug. He made a big mistake, but he has so won my respect. And Ziggy is getting torn up, but we don't want Ziggy to get in a victim mentality. And she got skanookered. I'm just going to say skanookered. She got skanookered by Fred on the Hill, which is the only person everybody's afraid of. And then she took a puppy, which we're not sure how old the puppy is because Benny wants proof of life. And then
that's a large puppy.
Yeah, we need pictures of that. I've been downloading the footage of the dogs. So when I have the time and means and opportunity, I can put together a video because I'm cataloging all these dogs. And evil exists. That's all capitals. It's all capitals. Evil _ exists. It has the best footage. He does such a great job. So
speaking of which, let me mute my mic for 1 second. My roommate is in town, and he has a laptop. And if he's not using it, I'm gonna see if I can borrow it.
Okay, I'm gonna go on with my my Ziggy thing, how I'm going to get to the content tonight. So so Ziggy gets snookered by Fred. That gets all over. Then she gets beat up because she put the footage out that she got snookered on. And then she's going to have to take a lot more flack, which is a lot of pressure. People, get emotional under pressure. And then there's the puppy, and then she's getting harassed over this puppy whose name is Athena. Athena is the puppy's name. And then the next day, Jody Sue's going to go live. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened between Ziggy and Jody Sue. However, I do want to make this clear. Jody Sue is a survivor of DV. Oh, missing. I love missing, but I like Trish. I like Trish a lot. Like, Trish is the kind of lady I'd go have coffee with. That's terrible. So, okay. So Ziggy gets a puppy. Benny's asking for proof of life. He's putting up pictures claiming that's how young the puppy is. I'm not sure what the thing is, but Jody Sue goes live, and she truly is a survivor of DV. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about charges or Summer right now. I'm just going to be talking about being a survivor of DV. And as a community, we would never want to promote any kind of form of creating a situation that could be unsafe for women and or children. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. So Jody Sue went live, and in her live, she absolutely goes to tell specifically Ziggy about herself because she feels that Ziggy has put her and her children who are surviving DV and would like their a person not to become inflamed, to be conscientious, and Michelle Walks put it so eloquently, because we do not want to promote any more volatile, dangerous situations. And she was angry because she's being a protective mother. She was hurt, but her message was real. So no matter what your opinion is, and I'm not going to believe that Ziggy had any real malintent. I don't know her. I've come in. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being proud of me. That just makes my night. I don't know her. I have no stake in this game other than we're not monetized. We're not asking for donations. We are asking that if you want to give donations, to please give them to the Hawkins County Humane Society. However, the dog situation on the Wells property is very much under control. We will be discussing the dogs and the footage, the amazing footage people got over this time going to the Wells of the dogs. And just what has happened on the Wells property with the dogs is content for weeks. And all the YouTubers did a great job in delivering major content. But I think as a community rising up together, the true crime community has unbelievably been amazing. But I do believe that they are bringing knowledge, they are bringing awareness. There's going to be resolution to Summerwell's case. There will be resolution. We've watched people get emotional. We've watched people get passionate. We've watched people have agendas. We've watched people put pressure campaigns. I've learned a whole new vocabulary language, including doxed, which means if somebody's coming at you, they're going to just expose you for everything. You have a rescue group named after Summer. That'll be amazing. Okay. That'll give you. Is that you, Ernie? Is that who you are? That would be great. That They're going to tell anything and everything about you. So, we're watching people come under extreme pressure with their, you don't get shamed until it's personal. It's very different to watch somebody else be shamed than to be the one shamed. But we do not want to promote SA as a community. In fact, we want to go to, and I don't have the links, Ren. I think Sunday I'll have an opportunity to work on it, because Operation Rescue Our Children, that's Operation Rescue Our Children. Okay, don't forget your distress signal. Operation Rescue Our Children has bills. Go to Operation Rescue Our Children, download those bills, look for your state, and look at the laws that you would want passed to make sure that your children are safe. Operation Rescue Our Children, and Ernie is going to be, or Summer Needs a Hero, as evil_exists, put out a beautiful video saying Summer needs a hero, but not just Summer, the children that Summer represents, because she's our awareness pack leader. They need heroes. Okay, so Jody Sue really, thank you, really scolded Ziggy. So I'd like to, I don't know how I wind up defending Ziggy, because Ziggy, you're in a lot of drama. You're just in a lot of drama. You need to pull yourself out and start concentrating totally on the wonderful YouTuber that you are, and start delivering amazing, amazing content. And little Athena is going to do great with your family. I have complete faith that you can raise a puppy. I do recommend that you do show proof of life to to Benny. He is absolutely demanding it, which is ridiculous. However, it might be getting him views. People there's different content providers for different people. And I don't want to be around the content providers that support SA in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
So Jody Sue talked about having feelings that her family was being put in jeopardy for the sake of clickbait. For the sake of clickbait. I would like to say, Ziggy, I hope that is 100% not true, but I would listen to what Jody said, and everybody, children should not be exploited in any way. So yes, you want views. Yes, we all want views. Yes, I'm going to monetize my channel. There are things that we never want to do. We want to join together as a community to stop SA and to help our children, not to in any way, shape, or form to contribute to being exploited. Ziggy, you got schnookered. It's okay. It'll be the funniest story of your life. That story is going to work for you. Just get a comic routine about it. That happened. That happened. That happened. You were that girl in the movie that went up the hill with the guy with the gun that everybody was scared at and looked at animal bones while he was going, and you got caught. You were that girl in the movie. That is your role. You might as well own it. Then you went up. You didn't want a puppy. You came down with a puppy. Then you just couldn't win. However, the one person that really had the most valid point was Jody Sue, and everybody needs to be aware. You do not ever, and I don't think she had intention. I'm praying that she didn't have intention. I'm claiming that she didn't have intention of creating harm, and she didn't perceive it because she probably and nobody would wish this on anybody, has not experienced the extent of the violence that Jody Sue has experienced. And apparently, from what I understood from Jody Sue's live, is that it was diminished in the sense that during her live, she said that I wonder if he really even hit her that hard, or if it was as much as she endured, as much as she said. So, and then there was a lot of passion when she spoke about DV, and the injuries that she had sustained during DV. So I think
that
there
computer ain't
are
good.
so many people that are in that community that are shamed, that are afraid to
You might
speak
have to
about
put
it,
it in over
that don't understand what
get
it
it
really
going, get it
means.
up to date.
And I think that
Is it
those are conversations, God, I would love to hear. Um,
camera on it?
Yeah.
well, I would love to hear more of in support of, because that's when that's when the community comes together. I'm not truly a true crimer. I'm involved in this case. I'm in it. My content will go way back towards more dog content and learning content. But right now, hey, I'm in it. I follow Ernie. The other day, I kept jumping in groups and Ernie was there. And I was like, God, Jesus, I'm not stalking you. We just happen to be going in the same channels. The channels weren't promoting all the things tonight. I don't know where True Crime Exposed was. He's my favorite. And hey, Matthew, what's up? What you doing? So my content will change, but right now we're in it, and the community is doing great in bringing. And some of these channels are just drama channels, and maybe that's. I don't think that's the arena that Ziggy's going towards, but listen, girl, you gotta have a tough skin, and it's a tough game, and you're a pro at it. And I do believe that a conversation and an awareness would be inspiring. I would love to see you turn that setback into a comeback and raise that puppy. Show the pictures. We're gonna follow you. I'll follow you totally if you're showing me pictures of that puppy. That would just amaze me. And I think that you can turn the setback into a comeback by making awareness a real part of the game, because you can turn it around and become a leader. And Jody Sue brought an amazing point to the table. And anybody that hasn't suffered DV, you may not understand, but it's okay, because maybe now it's time for real awareness. Gabby Petito, when she was stopped by the police, anybody that has suffered verbal or physical watched her in distress. Too bad she didn't know the signal, right? But her parents have made a foundation in her name, and she's saving lives today. And Summer is saving lives today. So, but I did, so that, I don't know if she locked down that live, Ren, but it was, I sat, I was like, and she went right for Ziggy. She just, for promoting volatile situations. Oof, it was powerful. I was like, oh God, trauma alert. Yeah. Are you looking for dogs?
Um,
He was covering a Ziggy film today. Was that who was covering a Ziggy film today? She's got a tough skin. Maybe she has a plan. At some point, with some of these, sometimes I'm wondering if people aren't in cahoots with each other, because they're just getting more views. I mean, is it really about click? I mean, so I follow Think Media, and I'm streaming off of StreamYard, but you want to have a powerful thumbnail in order for people to want to watch your video. You want to have directed content for people to want to watch your videos. You need to have a niche for people to watch your videos. Some, the Prayer Garden, I love them. They just do conversation. They're wonderful. They sit around and chat. She's wonderful. She lets anybody go on her panel. And they provide a lot of, people just want to talk sometimes. That's okay. It's okay to put pressure campaigns. However, in pressure campaigns, we can never say things like, why didn't you beat the daylights out of somebody? It devalidates what you say you're fighting for. And it's okay. It wasn't okay for Jody Sue and her family to be put in that position. It's not okay to shame her in any way. And it is okay to not know, but then learn, turn it around and make us aware, bring us content that is humble and says, hey, I've learned about DV because of these situations. And this is my puppy, Athena Moon, from Summer's being a pack leader, and her puppy Lucky, who she called Yucky. And what an honor to have that dog in your house and be able to raise it, even though you must show proof of life to Benny, or he might have a temper tantrum. Yeah, rescue group should be named Summer, right? Or Yucky, Summer and Yucky, because Summer's saving lives. She's just saving lives. That's what she's doing. Her and Gabby Petito. Mary, did you know they have hit that circuit, and Summer's brought awareness in so many aspects. In so
Yes.
many aspects, I've learned about a YouTube true crime community. Some people I am just like, wow, you're so cool, and other people I'm like, what's going on?
What's really sad is two of the most famous women in the world are gone.
Who's gone?
Two of the most famous women in the world, Gabby and Summer.
Yeah. Yeah, Ernie's on a mission. I'm hoping Ernie comes back with Summer. Please don't blow my fantasy.
Are you having wet dreams?
Yeah, well, not quite that bad, but I do have this like Ernie's the hero. And this is his last stand, and then he's going to go find his wife and try to be normal. I'd say he's back in less than 10 years. But I think when he does hit the circuit again, he will have children. I think he's going to meet his wife.
His wife already has children.
Oh, Ernie already had a wife?
No, his future wife already has children.
Does he have a girlfriend?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we know his future wife. Got you. Good one. Got you. Yes, because Ernie's a hero.
We let it leak on live.
Yeah. And he's going to be a movie star too. And he's a character, and
Yes.
he's on the side of good. And we need heroes. Kids need heroes. So you guys all say what you want about Ernie, but he is definitely acting as hero. And Operation Rescue Our Children. Let's pay attention. Let's get general awareness of some of the real nefarious, I don't want to be discussing nefarious things, but real nefarious things that are going on around us. Let's discuss them intelligently. Let's discuss them. Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty. She's very angry. Yep. She's very angry. She's very, very angry. Very angry at the world. She today on her coffee live, because I start off with her, and then she annoys me with her anger. I'm like, oh God, your energy. And I flip around, and then I go, nobody else is live, because she's super consistent about the coffee in the morning on being live. Well done. And then I go back to her to see if she's on to another subject. And then if I like what she's talking about, I'll stay with her. Otherwise, I get annoyed, and then I turn her off. I only get annoyed with the bitterness and the constant anger. I don't usually get annoyed with, per se, her subject matter, which now today she was talking, the Betty that I like was talking about the bringing awareness on our system, which needs reform. And she was actually expressing that she knew people in the system and how frustrated they were and how hard it was to keep good people, such as Nicole, who's not here tonight because she's got laryngitis. Yeah, I called her up today. I was like, hey, can you talk?
Hey, Nicole, give me a call.
so so hopefully her laryngitis goes away and she can come on soon. Hey Cheryl. Um I
Hey,
lost my
does
train of
anybody
thought.
know who Penny is?
Where he is?
No, Penny.
No, I don't know who Penny is.
DC Spy, do you know who Penny is? Anybody?
Anybody know Penny is? No. Why? What's going on with Penny?
I want to know who it is. I need to do some research,
All right.
but
Is
I don't
Penny
know
a
what research.
YouTuber?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Huh. Find out. I've definitely enjoyed the YouTube true crime community. I really, really have. I do think that we're going to really start seeing resolution. The epiphany that Mary's dad had on Doug's show last night was really, do you know what I mean? Doug went, you heard it here first. Like he
I'm gonna
couldn't
have.
help himself. He was like contained and his eyes got big and he was like, you heard it here first. Here. And then everybody's been using the footage, but they haven't been giving Doug the credit, which I'm sure he's been really good about not going on rants. Doug, good job. Don't go on any more rants. But at one point, I think he corrected somebody and was like, that happened on my show. Because they're not giving Doug the credit. And then Ziggy also said that she had text messages because she's been getting doxxed really bad. I mean, I even heard somebody say that she gave up her cat that she kept in a crate all day. Cut it out with that narrative. Is that truth? Why would you? Come on. It's terrible. So she's really had to have a tough skin. But she has a large following. And the thing is, I don't know any of these people, what their actual content looks like, because I walked in and in the middle of the true crime community having all this drama. So, Cheryl, have you been watching? Hey, you've been watching any of the YouTubers? They're so much fun. They are so much fun. They've been putting out Evil Exists, put out a beautiful dedication to Summer. Just such gorgeous work. And it was beautiful. Beautiful. Everybody's talking about Hunter being in protective custody and possibly being a key witness. I don't thank you. And you got to wonder what Hunter and Chris McDonough. Chris, where are you? Chris McDonough from the interview room. Where are you? Because the lab said that you were feeling better, and we're waiting for that last video to come out. Where did everybody go? Ernie says he's going to be live in 2 days on some mission.
He's gonna have somebody with him.
With him doing what?
On his life.
Well, I would think you would have to film somebody. Ernie opened up his thing and like he's got it down. Like either he's super smart or he's got a super smart team with him. He's a smart guy, that Ernie. He's a character and a half. If you haven't listened to Everyday Shenanigans too, she's right on too. She's tough. That one, tough. I'm gonna jump off take my picture off.
Oh no, where'd you go?
Big dummy.
You're a what?
Big dummy.
You're a bug pony? Um,
What?
be quiet, son.
What? You want your cookie? You want your cookie?
Um. You're on live.
I'm live.
Live at 5. Let's see here. Ooh, there they are. I went the wrong way to do this. Oh, our little spy left us.
So, hey guys, anybody wants to come on up, come on up. You'll enjoy being on a panel.
Oh yeah, come up and chatter.
Yeah, it's fun being on a panel. I was on Prayer Garden the other day and I loved being on their panel. She was such a gracious hostess. I go on True Crime Exposed. He's a wonderful host. He has a real good narrative and he always has an ability to allow people to speak, and he asks very good questions. Tyler Feller is another favorite. He is his content is super directed. And if I didn't mention it, let me mention it again. NSOPW. Ren the other night showed us on the app on the phone exactly what it looks like, and it'll let you know who is in your neighborhood. So if you do have a family, or you're a young family, you have grandchildren, you have your nieces or nephews are over, you might want to know who is in your area. And that is an app, and it is NSOPW. Oh, good. You're going to show us. Yeah. See, look at all those little marks. And then it will also show you their faces. Ooh, look at that. Yep, stay away. And their names, and it looks like their charges. So that is really great information for anybody to have. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things with this case was, as people with social networking, he looks scary. He's scary. Blech. One of the things that the two YouTubers do is they go to people's Facebook and they're looking at their contacts, and then they are looking at who they're affiliated with. Kenneth James, type sexual level 1. Huh. What's a level 1, I wonder?
Let me do a quick research.
All right. So that's that app. That is NSOPW. I got into this because of the dogs, because I could not fathom how anybody could get on that property with over 21 dogs. as it stands right now, there's only 4 or 5 dogs on the property, and they look in incredibly good health. There is a litter of puppies, in case you didn't hear. Ziggy has one. The puppy's name is Athena Moon. I'm anticipating that we are going to have the availability to watch Athena Moon grow up on YouTube. And, but they look like they are in super good health. And the Wells did give up dogs, allowed the Humane Society, was able to place dogs. And the dogs that are on the property look very, very healthy and well cared for. Of course, they have eyes all over them. So you know that those dogs are going to be taken care of from this point moving forward. The footage that the YouTubers, Chris McDonough and everybody else got of the dogs, there's still question whether Yucky is the black and white or Yucky is the brown and white. But we have had a cast of characters of dogs go through, and I've been logging the dogs and as many names as I can get, including search and rescue dogs. Evil_exists, all capitals, put out a beautiful video of search and rescue dogs, dogs mingling on the property. When I first started this, I didn't know it. They kept saying the dogs were acting funny for the first 2 days and they disappeared. I could not imagine how search and rescue dogs got and cadaver dogs got there, and all these dogs that lived half wild would just disappear because dogs would want to see the other dogs coming on the property. We've had pressure campaigns. YouTubers have become so passionate, have fought. I still hear YouTubers in complete defense of friendships and relationships that they've made over YouTube, which is sometimes endearing because I'm watching and I'm only seeing the drama, so I don't know what their content looked like prior to that. We had a great cat fight on YouTube. Ren, oh my God, I don't know who did it. Somebody did a cat fight video. And that moment where I told you that Molly called M and I said, oh my God, she bowed down. Somebody did a video. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't remember who did it. They did a video and they did 2 cats and they did cat fighting, and the cats literally, so all you hear is them fighting and Molly just demolishing her. And they have the cats like they're talking and fighting and hissing, and it was hysterical.
Oh,
hysterical. Yeah, if I see it again, I'll copy the link and send it to you because it's so worth watching. And
funny.
Yeah, oh, it was hysterical. So whoever's doing these little skits, listen, kids like laughter. You know why you like kids and dogs so much? Because the minute you see them, the endorphins go off in their brain and they look at you with love. There isn't any living creature that doesn't like to be looked at with love. So remember that. Everything doesn't have to be nefarious around Summer. She was a 5-year-old little girl. 5-year-old little girls like attention. They like to be princesses or tomboys, whatever they choose. They like to giggle and laugh, and she loved puppies. She loved her puppy, Yucky. She loved all the litters that were born on that property, including the cats. So little girl, so some jokes and some fun would make her giggle, and there's nothing more beautiful than a child's giggle. Don B, he started making regular videos again. He did a 12-minute video, but it wasn't funny like the other ones. He should stick with the comedy. What does this say?
This is
the risk. Sexual offense is low. Level 2 is the risk. Will they repeat? Level 3, repeat. They are repetitive. And level 3 is a threat to the public. Isn't that interesting? Wow. And I wonder, they're probably pointed out on different levels too.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
And
Everybody
they're
is proven guilty until they're in a court of law. Somebody heard that. Somebody say that today. Everybody is proven. Oh, Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty said that that's only in a court of law. Otherwise, she can convict people. She mad. Oh, Bullhorn Betty, though, I do want to tell you through all this, right? Jody Sue, speaking very directly to Ziggy about her feelings and her perspective on some of the things that have happened in a DV situation, and calling her out on awareness, creating awareness. Oh, shit, man, I'm going to lose my train of thought again. Damn it. Do that live. That's great when you do stuff like that. Just great. It's about DV. Something we shouldn't be doing with it. But can I remember? No. So where is Chris McDonough? What do you think's going on? Why is he waiting to drop that third video?
There's also 4 degrees of SA.
Oh, really? There's 4. Can you hold it up a little closer? Oh, there. Yeah, that's good. Wow. So one of the things we've learned that pandas are signals. We've learned about some signals, some signs, how there's notifying each other, what colors are used for, general awareness. This has become a $1 billion industry. Who's involved? Who gets exposed? Jeffrey Epstein started the exposure. Got people in big places. How do people continue to get away with this? I got it. I can't lose it this time. Bullhorn Betty admitted publicly on her live that she had suffered an assault, and her assault has not been captured, and that she still needs to get to some of those issues with that. Is that part of the reason why Bullhorn Betty is so angry? When you look in her eyes, when she stares at that camera, is that why she's so angry? Should somebody have an SA class 4 charge that she's never gotten full closure from that? But what has Summer's case brought forward? It has brought forward the subjects that we need to discuss. DV, it rolls downhill, guys. I'm always going to be the talk about protecting the kids, being on the bottom of that, and the dogs being below them. But it starts up here, and it gets maintained with shame. And all these people that are working together, or they're doing drama channels, or they're in cahoots of who's going to fight with who, because I'm not sure that some of them aren't in cahoots for drama content, right? So like Ren and I was like, hey Ren, let's fight, and I'm gonna bitch about you over this or that, and all of a sudden the channels, right? Yeah, I mean, it absolutely could be a strategy, because some of these people are very strategic, tactical. We've had at any point in time, anybody that is discussing Summer Wells at all can have the TBI and the FBI in their chats. We have people in the SA community blatantly showing signs and symbols and creating YouTube channels. I wouldn't mention their names because I wouldn't send anybody to their channel ever. No. We have exposure. We have people talking about bills. We probably will have a Netflix special, because just Ziggy alone is worth a Netflix special. We have people associating and defending known SAers without discussing the case of where their missing child is. And I don't think Candace is innocent by any means, but I will tell you that I do believe that woman started out being a child and probably having SA, and then has had a repetitive course her whole life, which makes her be the addict that she is today.
Yeah.
Humanity, where is our humanity gone? And why aren't everybody, when Bullhorn Betty is making confessions about being attacked, about her not having full resolution, again, is that why she's so angry? Because she's so
Right.
angry. I mean, when she stares down that, I'm telling you, once I'm good with editing and stuff, just a picture of those big, she's got beautiful eyes, these big blue eyes that are raging.
You could almost see the rays coming out.
No, you can. Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
sit down. And if I were a dog, I would pee. Yeah. Molly, who's defending, Molly's defending, pointing fingers at people with addictions while she's getting caught on camera defending herself about prescription medication that she claims she isn't taking, but is possibly taking, because you're doing these things live. So you wind up exposed, and that brings shame. Nobody needs shame brought on them. If there's an issue with that, would explain a lot of the high ups and the low lows.
Right.
You know, Ziggy, I don't know why I'm so attached to Ziggy. I just feel like that girl just keeps stepping in it. And if she can take it all as a learning.
She's in it over her head.
Yeah, and I hope she's not in it, because we've had other YouTubers now associated with people and associations amongst the community that they're getting called out about knowledge that they may have in this case. It's going deep, which makes this case so very interesting. In the meantime, let's spin the positive on it, is that at no point has it not brought awareness. At no point has it not opened up conversation. At no point has Summer not been saving lives. And Trish from Missing But Not Forgotten got mentioned earlier. People started talking about her on YouTube. She's starting to get a lot more of attention that I believe she deserves. They have gone after her. Her channel has been hacked. She's been harassed. And so far, she's holding her own. And listen, nobody has to, if you don't like somebody's channel, don't watch them.
Okay, hit the exit button.
Hit the exit button. Go watch somebody you like. Go look for content you like, because it's about content. It makes me really happy as I start to hear the community, the true crime community, start to change their conversations, start to turn their conversations to the things that really need to be addressed, because the rest is gaslighting. And if you allow the bad guys to gaslight you, you're not going to be able to see through them to correct and bring resolution to what truly needs to be corrected and have resolution. And we do not live in the same day and age that I grew up in. Oh God, I'm going to sound like my grandma now. Kids, this is a whole different world.
Yes,
It started off, hey, Nicole, how you feeling? You want to chat?
Hi, Nicole.
You want to come on? You want to talk to us? Oh, I love the little, you're number one. That's awesome. That's great. Nicole, do you have any questions about anything that's gone on? Oh, what's the matter? I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Nicole. What? You said you had laryngitis? What?
Speak up, Nicole.
It's so funny. I don't know if she's there because she'd be making comments. It's so funny. Yeah, so the awareness part has been it's been an education. And I stepped into this and everybody's fighting it in each other's throats. So, but I will say, they will still defend Benny. There are still tubers out there. I don't know what his content looked like. I got a brief glimpse the other day. He came on live, he just normally just rants like a lunatic. But he came on and he actually started delivering some really interesting content. It was the first time that I went, oh, look, you can talk. And then he went off on a rant. And then that was over.
Jesus. Go figure.
Yep, then he went off on a rant. So if anybody wants to come up, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Oh, Nicole said you can almost talk. Do you want to come on and let's see what you can really do? I called her earlier too, just to bust her chops on the laryngitis. She lost her keys last night outside her house too. Yeah, I'm doxing you, Nicole. I'm doxing you. And she was getting mad. She couldn't find her keys. Yeah. She's a good kid, that one. Nicole worked for, she comes on, guys. What are you doing tomorrow? Oh, she's going, Nicole's ex-DCF worker, and she's a special eds teacher. She said she's going to work tomorrow. The schools are incredibly short. They didn't have any substitutes. She felt absolutely horrific for even having to stay home. So, yeah. So Betty had a couple soft moments in the moments that I watched the coffee chat this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been one to subscribe to her page yet. You know, sometimes I'll watch people and then they'll win me and I'm like, oh, I'm subscribing now. Now you got me. And I haven't subscribed based on her saying if you don't agree with her to go away. So I do, I was like, well, I like you. I don't want to agree with everything. I can't mindlessly just follow. Yeah. Yeah, she said they're incredibly short-staffed at the schools. So it puts you in a ridiculous position because all the laws or the things set in play to keep you safe from virus, and then they're short-staffed, and you know the rules say you can't if you have certain things. So it makes really tough. And then she went into the confession about her own assault, and then which I think probably was good for her to get out, because she did say she didn't really have resolution. And then what else did I say she discussed that was interesting? I can't read and keep my train of thought. Like, I don't know how these tubers do it. They're watching the chat and they don't lose their train of thought. I watch the chat and I'm like, oh my God, what was I talking? It does. Yeah. Oh, DCF. See, I have to go look over back at my sister to see. And that she was actually, because the last live she was talking about exposing them. You know, they were going to put a pressure campaign on them. But today she was actually talking about the workers and exposing the system so that there could actually be change. I can get on that page, Betty. That's a page I can get on. Just like I can get on Ernie's page with Operation Rescue Our Children. Anybody can say whatever they want. He's still acting as a hero. And this is the last time he's doing it, and we lose a hero. I don't care how good looking he is. It just works for him, not against him. And I don't care what hat he puts on. It just works for him, not against him. And if I were a little kid and I saw Ernie coming with his big hat on, I would smile, because there's you can look in Ernie's face and see what a nice guy he is. You can see the difference of energy when you look at other tubers' faces. They're tubers now. That's what I'm calling them, tubers. They're tubers. There's tubers. There's other really great people I follow, like Eric Hunley in the behavioral panel. Even Michelle from Michelle Walks is like, I don't do drama, but I'm done with this drama. Even she's like the least drama-y person. She's like, okay, listen. She had to edit her video when she went to talk about something, because she was going to try not to touch, but at some point she just went off on a rant, and then she edited it out. But you can see it was whoop, whoop. You're like, damn it, I wanted to hear that rant.
Yeah.
You just cut out the best part, which was the rant. Yep, and they do. They go on there and they do. I don't know if they're aware of some of the things they're saying sometimes. But I do believe there's going to be resolution soon. Very, very soon. All right, Ren, do you got anything? I'm kind of, no thanks. No, is he live? No. I'm kind of, that was my content tonight, really, was to talk about then let's not promote, let's apologize where we need to apologize. Let's be aware that we never, in our quest to find answers, make people that have been victimized more victims, that they need to be safe. People need to be safe. If Hunter is a key witness and he is safe now, he needs to be safe. There's some, maybe Allie is protecting her son. However this turns out, I still don't know. I do believe the SA. We don't know if, we still don't know. Everybody, they can scream they know until they're blue in the face. Until we know, we don't know.
There's only, I want to say 4 people that know exactly.
Yeah, and was Grandis involved in it? Or has she just run away? Is she protecting her daughter?
I think she knows. I think when Dawn goes to jail, then pressure is going to be put on Candace. She's going to start singing like a bird, or Dawn's going to start singing like a bird from inside, knowing he's not going anywhere but a trip back to Utah to answer for Mary and Jeannie.
Jeannie, yeah. Yeah, because they both pressed charges. They're going to entrap Dawn, who is performed SA. I mean, this pattern in these has to be stopped, but in everywhere, not just Dawn. Dawn's not the only one. And these other.
And then either Hunter's dad or Allison.
Oh, I don't.
Is going to turn around and get Candace for SA. Hunter.
Oh, I think Allison would be, if she was going to do it, it would be Allison. I think Hunter's dad and
I can't watch his.
It's disgusting.
He is. And the pictures he has on his, you can tell there's something wrong with that one girl.
Trish from Missing But Not Forgotten has been exposing that for, I want to say, 2 months, a month maybe, a month to 2 months. Trish, that content, everybody, the tubers are getting on it now, but Trish from Missing But Not Forgotten had that information, was exposing that, all those pictures a while ago. And you saw the video, right? I couldn't even watch it. I watched 2 seconds of it. I literally physically was just like my whole energy was like,
he gives me the creeps.
Oh, the definition. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jose, I don't know.
We don't know about Jose. We do know that he comes down with Hunter's dad, though, and they're buddies, and that he also has SA charges. So, and, he was crashing at he was romancing at the pad, right?
Right.
He's the romancer.
And just being jealous of Summer because Don would rather romance his daughter than his wife. That's a sick circle.
It's a very ill circle, right? It's very and unfortunately, they're not alone. They have the focus, but they're not alone. They're just exposing. They never thought they were going to be the people exposing these things, but this is now their roles. And Summer is going to be famous because she's saving lives. And I'm still hoping that Summer is alive. I know the odds are incredibly low, but in her name, I still think she's saving lives. I think she deserves the honor. I think she deserves to be the little awareness queen that she has become, little awareness princess.
Yes.
And I think everybody knows her name, and we all would have just loved her to death.
I honestly, I don't think that she even made it back up to that hill.
You think it's ever because of the trauma at the...
Either that or Candace and Grandis either met with somebody or Robin has a Toyota Tundra.
Who is talking? Because I was busy today, and I didn't have time to listen to things. But somebody was saying, and I apologize, whoever the YouTuber is, that I can't state where I heard this, that it might have been Trish from Missing But Not Forgotten. I believe it was Trish from Missing But Not Forgotten. That tundras in the rescue world amongst children have they build them so they have storage areas that you could place small fry and not be detected. And apparently there's a web page Robin has, and that they actually fix and do tundras, which is interesting because there may be, I don't want to classify, I don't want to see Robin be a bad guy at all. I want to be exactly with Chris McDonough, that she was a healthy relationship in Summer's life. However, it is interesting that she has a website where they actually repair tundras.
Yeah, I don't think Robin is innocent by any means. Just by watching her in the interviews and the way that she speaks, her body language and whatnot, she's not being 100% Christian or whatever she's claiming to be. She's not following her godly ways and being 100% honest.
What about the theory that Grandis took Summer? Could Robin been involved in removing Summer from the home because she was aware that there was SA taking place?
We could only hope. That would be magnificent.
It would undemonize a lot of things, but this may be generational. So
Little Summer could be in Wisconsin and playing in the snow right now.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
That would just be awesome. Making little snow angels all over.
That would be.
Sad thing about that, though, if that's the case, then Grandis will get it for abduction.
Yeah, there's no good end at this point.
No.
Even if that were the case, there's no good end.
Yeah, and not only that, then she's Summer's going to be put in the system with the boys. So
Well, I don't think that would be terrible. I think somebody in the system and
well,
they
no, the boys need. From what I understand, the boys were not very nice this summer either. So they need to be uh, rehabbed
it
and
sounds funny.
and taught. None of them are too old to change their ways.
Hmm.
They need to get in with the right family and be taught the right way to treat a human being and an animal. Um, because I understand that Dawn fingered the dogs.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
What?
yeah. You heard me.
I need my thing. I need my sound machine that makes like ugh, ugh.
Yeah,
I'm just pressing the button for the sound machine I don't have to make disgusting puke noises. Ugh.
yeah. So that kids don't miss anything. You might not think that they're watching you or seeing what you're doing, but them little buggers don't miss nothing.
No.
So
No.
and they worship their parents, and their parents are right, even though their parents are very, very wrong, especially those kids' parents. Very, very wrong. So,
Yeah.
those boys are gonna grow up thinking, well, my daddy did it, so it's okay. So
Well, Don's oldest son has SA charges all over.
exactly.
Hmm.
He can't be saved. He's already got it etched in stone, and it's over for him. But those three little boys, they can be turned around and shown a proper life, and they can turn out to be very good young men, and
Hmm.
they could live very happy lives and treat women, or whatever life path they choose, as far as life partners, they could be very good gentlemen. um, as far as the olders, yes, they're done. um, I think when everything's said and done, they are going to find Rose
Yeah, I do
as
too.
well.
Hmm. I do. I
um,
think we're going to get there's going to be resolution to the Rose story too.
yeah.
I don't think this is remotely done as far as rings and stories. And I think that it's been a spider web of information that's spread. I'm sure there's been snitches that have been snitching on this and this and this. They probably could dedicate a whole different little police hub just to the information that they've gotten from the Hill.
Yeah, the Culty Hill is what I'm calling it, because
What are you
there is
calling it?
the Culty Hill.
Colpy Hill?
There's some kind of a cult up there.
Oh, Culty Hill. The
Yeah.
Culty Hill. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that hill is gonna crumble.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna implode.
Yeah, and it's not only gonna be Don and Candace, getting in
Mm-mm.
trouble up there. It's some other people are gonna go down.
As they should.
Yes, it's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, TBI, Hawkins County, they've got their hands full right now.
FBI.
Yeah, the FBI. They
All
just
the true crime community on YouTube,
Yep.
boy, they don't miss a detail. They will find details that the police won't find. That's why the police departments are working with them and not against
Exactly.
them. So they're not. I mean, Chris McDonough comes on and compliments the YouTube community all the time for the sleuth, the amazing sleuth work that they are doing.
And they've got the private investigators and stuff sitting here watching all of us
Mhm.
and everybody else on YouTube, and then they've got the other ones driving around town, sitting in restaurants, and
Yeah, they've got their eyes. And I believe a lot of these people that are putting up YouTube pages and creating web pages are actually challenging them I think they're
Yeah.
like actually calling them out
Yeah,
and saying, we're that powerful. What are you going to do about it?
exactly.
Would.
What's
What
up,
you got?
dog? Yeah. Show
Which
me
is
what you got.
right, which is horrifying because
Yeah.
we're talking about the most innocent of the innocent. We're not talking about, getting in a fair ring. That's not what
Yeah.
we're talking about. And we're not talking about discrimination, though Ernie does like to point out that little blonde girls are a top, but there is no discrimination when they're going for boy, girl, or color. So
It's
let's all
always
get on the same page. This does not come with discrimination. This comes
no
as a target towards our innocent children.
right. And
And
then,
I always believe,
from way back from when I can remember, growing up, everybody always wanted the blonde haired, blue eyed girls.
mhm.
Well, you know what? The blonde haired, blue eyed boys are the same way. But if you could find a redheaded girl over here that's just beautiful. Shit. Sorry about that. Anyway, if
That's
you could
country.
find this, beautiful redheaded girl over here, or this drop dead gorgeous brunette, they're gonna take her.
Mhm.
Not all blonde haired, blue eyed girls are Barbies. I'm
Yeah, he
sorry.
was saying specifically because they can cover, there's a reason. And I don't remember the reason exactly because my brain goes into trauma alert.
Hippo-
Um, but yeah, because they can make them look like boys. They specifically targeted little blonde girls at a certain age. They were at a higher risk than other they'll because they're not really discriminatory, right? Because they're actually slave traders is what they are. So but there was a reason. You have to go watch the Ernie's. And
yeah.
Ernie's so entertaining. He's so easy to watch because he's so entertaining. Because there's,
Yeah, I like to watch Ernie, but I have to disagree with him on just being the blonde haired, blue eyed.
no, he's not saying just. He's just saying that they go into a higher risk category. He's not saying
Oh,
there's any
oh,
discrimination between
yeah.
boy, girl. There's a certain age level, like once you start getting to 16, they're no longer like there's certain like classifications of who's the higher risk, who's more in demand, what age they cap off at, et cetera, et cetera. He goes through his list of these like statistics amongst this nefarious
Well, I'm sure
individuals.
at a certain age they probably have to start. Uh, I'm not sure exactly what word I'm looking for, but getting them ready
Grooming
for
them.
grooming them. There you go. For
Hmm.
what's to come.
Which is horrific because they have no ability to give any kind of consent. It is harming the innocent of the innocent. It is horrific. It is a crime against humanity.
Right.
That is how I feel about it. And I am willing. Those kinds of calls of actions, I am willing to stand in those lines. I'm willing to say, hey, we have to be aware of what's happening on social networking. You need to be aware of general awareness and signs and symbols because you could go into agreement where you didn't know you were going into agreement. And these people are nefarious. They lay down situational things so that they can ease their way in. And we have got to be careful with our youth putting what they're putting all over social media because they have to have some kind of awareness. Our society, whether people like it or not, has done a quantum leap of change.
Yes.
And we've got to know these things. It's important. Babies are being born every day. No mom wants that for a child. No
No.
child goes home and says, I want to grow up and be an addict either. We have to open conversations. No YouTuber wants to be called out by another YouTuber who's been the victim of DV and saying, how could you put me at risk when this is what has happened in my life? These are the pictures that you've seen. You've seen these pictures. This is what she said. Was that not rough enough for you? Was that not enough horrible
Yeah.
enough for you? What else did what I have had to endure? Do you know what that feels like? The fear that you're gonna, that and the complete shame behind that. And I want to believe that that will touch her heart and make her, because owning something like that isn't shameful if she can turn it around, if she can give a genuine apology like Doug gave to her after Doug went off with his mouth, which was completely inappropriate. He should never speak to a woman under any circumstances like that.
Right.
However, immediately came out, and it was, though there is a channel that I don't remember this channel's name, but she dissects other people's content, and she dissected his apology, and it was like 21 minutes in or something like that when he was just like, I'm just sorry. The rest of the time he was and I was like, oh, check her out, she's calling him right out. But at least he's actually made an attempt to bring better, more thoughtful content, and he no longer is participating in speaking about other YouTubers. And I don't know what their relationship was, but they have hurt each other's feelings genuinely.
Yes.
So, because they're still both stuck on it. So, and I hope she heard what Jody Sue said so that she can turn that setback into a comeback and maybe have a little change of heart on content and how it could potentially be harmful to somebody, not just somebody, but her children. Her
Yes.
children. And you don't want to incite the person that she's trying not to incite and is really afraid of, because he has really hurt her.
Oh yeah.
But when she's taking it, I hope she has a tough skin. She's been accused of puppy abuse already.
I feel so sorry for Jody Sue.
I do too.
That woman has been put through
Mhm.
the ringer.
But she's tough.
She's very.
Ren, she is some tough. I mean, respect, as long as you're not involved in this, which I haven't. I don't know if you're a suspect. I don't know, but you're still my favorite. If I'm rooting for anybody, Jody Sue and her kids, may they be the survivors. May they survive.
Well, whether she's involved or not, I still have sympathy for that woman for going through what she's going through, and she still gets up every morning,
Mhm.
hits the floor running,
Mhm.
and she puts up with all these people going at her, and
And they go at her.
she just she doesn't really lose her temper. She sits there in front of her computer day in and day out and explains time after time after time. This, that, this. You've seen the picture.
Mhm.
What would have made it better?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I sit here in awe sometimes watching her.
I agree. I
And
agree 100%. And she's sick. I mean, she's really ill. It's not
yeah,
a joke. She's really ill.
no, it's no joke. I had the same cancer that she has. It's not
Um,
fun. Not fun at all.
how
And
long a cancer survivor, Ren?
what's that?
How long are you a cancer survivor?
Um, 26 years.
Wow. Amen. Amen.
Yeah, it's just it's no fun, and and then on top of that, be a DV survivor. Come on, I vote for her any day.
Yeah, I do too. I've been rooting for her all along. I wanted to ask her the question that one night. That's how I got involved in the Ziggy and Doug yeah, but I'm glad that I watch her. Like I said, I didn't see today, but I follow her lives diligently.
Uh-huh.
And some days you're right, she's tough. When she heard the interview with Fred, and right, is it Fred? Fred, the neighbor with the gun that could
Yeah.
nick Ziggy, and he and he said he'd put a gun in Jody Sue's face. She got on that live the next day, and she's like, I don't really feel good today. You know that didn't happen. That man did not put a gun in my face because I wouldn't have put. And I was like, she wouldn't have put up with that shit. Oop,
No.
sorry, mouth. She wouldn't have put up with that. And she got right up there as tough as nails and said, I don't think that happened. And she's always, she's fighting. She's fighting. And she's fighting for her kids, and to be able to even have an opportunity to heal and recover. This was a lot of trauma. She's surviving DV, getting her kids out of Jack, and the little girl who's been the neighbor that she's known since the day she was born got gone.
Yeah, and nobody will leave her alone. Nobody will.
And
let
nobody
her
will
heal.
leave her alone.
And she just puts a smile on her face and gets up every morning and hits the ground running.
Yep. Yeah, respect. And she's opening up conversations. She corrected Ziggy, and she did it in a very womanly manner, and she absolutely corrected her on, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have to be aware of these things. I am a DV, and she's going to become a DV spokesperson. She really is. As this thing settles down and it calms down, and the story gets more and more clarification, and the charges come, and the court battles begin, I really believe that she is going to be a powerful spokesperson. She's powerful now. Nobody can stand. Tough skin, man. Not only do they talk about her, they accuse her, they attack her, but nobody's talking about what she suffered. How would you have liked to have been that person with blood all over your face, a broken eye, too black? I mean, ouch. To the 10th.
Teeth running through your lip and.
Mm-hmm. She talked about her breast having to have surgery because, it just sounds like she suffered horrific DV, and that she's wants the best for her kids, and she wants to protect her children. There's nothing like safety.
And she's going to make sure they get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one hell of a mother right there.
Yes. A survivor.
Yeah.
She survived, and she's not alone. And the thing is, that's the messages she's sending. She's not alone. She's not unique. These conversations have to be had. Through her conversations, through this subject matter, the tubers are now discussing DV, rings, what's going on in the underworld, what is happening, that the FBI, the TBI, any sheriff's office can be in your feeds, that people are learning the signs and symbols, and that we're starting to pay attention, and we're going to start getting some of that information out there.
Yep.
Because if Summer Wells has done anything, she has opened up all those conversations, and this community, like I said the other night, nope, Don and Candace, you could have embraced the community. Nope, you could have done it differently. That's not true. Everybody wanted to help. It still would have given content. You still would have had drama, but it would have been working in your benefit to find Summer.
Exactly.
So, all right. Well, I have to go. I have 2 Westies I have to do tomorrow. 2 of my favorite Westies. One's named Brody and one's named Ziggy. And they are coming in first thing tomorrow morning. And I'm super excited to see them at the salon.
So you're going to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I've been at work every single day. I've been doing different kind of work. I've been getting prepared for a brand new year work. I am going to have a brand new year. It's going to be organized. It's going to be knowledgeable. It's going to be great with the dogs. We have people that are going, learning to go on tables. So we're,
Awesome.
yes, because we know I love those dogs, but I just don't love dogs. I love people too. And I love people's relationships with their dogs. So we're not doing a year like we did last year. If it's toxic, it's got to go.
There
If
you go.
it's not working on the benefit with the love and the gifting and positive and no not shaming people, no sneakiness, no deceptions, we're gonna have a
All
good
right.
year. We're gonna have a good year. And that team,
Good.
yep, that team, they have earned a good year.
I'm
They have
proud of you.
been, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm glad I
Thanks.
got a hold of you.
Yeah. Right?
Hmm.
Right? Over a controller. Yeah, turn that setback right into the comeback. You don't get to steal heart. Just don't get to do it.
That's
And yeah, so we're gonna have a good year this year. Whatever may come this year, it's gonna be a better year than last year. It's gonna be a much more organized year, a much more procedure year, a refining year of the lessons that have been learned over the last couple of years. Turn that
good.
setback right into a comeback. You can do all the things, but you cannot take the heart, baby.
And I'm gonna come down and help you shove it right up somebody's ass. Oh,
Oh God, Jesus. This is the signal. All right. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
all right,
Um,
here.
all right. And I'll be here too because my dog
Okay,
is snoring in the background.
mine's
Like,
barking.
oh yeah, mine's like in a deep snore, like snore. All right. All right, everybody. See
Have
you
a good
tomorrow.
night.
Everybody is one
All
person.
right.
Bye.